What's up there guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Train Sim World 6. So yeah, the game's only just come out yesterday and I wanted to do a video covering it seeing as I've covered all of the other Train Sim Worlds. And yeah, I haven't purchased it, I'm actually running the free-to-play version and I've been able to open up one of my previously purchased routes, which is the TGV route. So I'm going to jump in on this one today and we're going to get started, so please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Alright then folks, so first things first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why am I driving an old route from Train Sim World 2 when Train Sim World 6 is out? Well, I'll tell you why. I wasn't overly impressed and I haven't been overly impressed by Train Sim World for some time. I wasn't going to invest any money into Train Sim World 6, so I did download the free version of the game, and that's allowed me to play older routes. So I've been able to check out some old routes. I haven't checked out this route in quite some time, and I haven't driven this TGV in quite a long time, so I'm quite excited actually to get back behind the control panel and to see what's cracking here. The only thing is I don't really remember how to drive it, so this should be quite interesting, I think. So first things first, I'm going to jump behind the control panel by hitting the 1 key. I've then got the HUD, which I'm going to bring up with F1. I'd actually just disabled that just for the intro there, just to make it look nice. Well, what do we need in here? Well, we're going to need some lights. So we do have what appears to be a cab light up there. We're going to need a master key on. So let's throw that on. So there's a master switch here. That's now active. The usual beeping warning sounds. Right, where's the light? So, it might be over here. So, panel light, which is there. That's not really much use. We do have climate control, sanding options. So if we move across, we've got climate control. We've got corridor light right. They're near the doors. Corridor right left. Light left, sorry, and then cab light. So that's now on. That's certainly going to help. We've got backup brakes here. A few other things. Let's get the doors unlocked first anyway. So remember those switches are there. So that's the left door open. So if we just take a look outside, we should be able to see that, although the camera's not brilliant, to be honest with you. But there you go. You can see people getting on. Right, so we are loading. Now, do we have power? It's unlikely because we're running a route and not a scenario, so things will not be set up for us. We're going to have to figure it out. So we don't have pantograph up, so we're going to need that because we don't have like a third rail here. It's definitely going to be the overhead power lines. So we are in LGV mode, which is high speed line mode. So that's right. And then pantograph selector is currently lower, so we need to move that up. I think it should be in normal. So there we go. That's now up. If we want to take a look at that again just to see it. That's it coming down again. And then we'll switch back to normal. And there we go. It's up. Right, okay, we see that raising. So that's good. Do we have circuit breaker on or on? If that's the word, it should be closed. So rearm circuit breaker. Okay, that hasn't done anything, but we do have circuit breaker there on, and then armed like that. Just listening for any sounds. We'll lock the doors in the meantime. Did that using the keyboard, pressing the Y key. Right, we'll put her into forward. Okay, now we can hear something. Okay, she's sounding good. We've got a 170 kilometer speed limit here. And our next stop is up here, Aix-en-Provence, which is 67 kilometers away. So we need to get moving. We've got her in forward. We need to select a driving mode. So we can have couple and uncouple, which is a slow speed sort of thing. Manual control or selected speed. Let's go with selected speed. We'll select 170 kilometers The next step is to release the brakes. So we've got our main brake gauge here. So that's telling us how much braking power we've got available. So that now has gone up to full barrage, and that is the amount of brakes applied over here, and that's now released. So we should start moving forward here if we get a bit of power on. So I'm going to put some power on, maybe put 20%, and there we go, we're moving. So we should be arriving at our next stop in about, 15-20 minutes, something like that. So let's get going. She's quite slow off the mark here. But yeah, I'm interested to hear from you guys. How are you finding Train Sim World 6? Were you excited for the release? I know a few people were. I am interested in the UK line, but I'm at the same time kind of like, do I really, really want to get back to this game after playing the likes of Derail Valley and so many other fantastic simulation games recently? I am in two minds about it, to be honest with you. Let's have a look at the overhead map, see what's going on with the tracks here. So is this us setting off with another loco alongside us, or what's going on there? Oh no, this is us moving, sorry. Oh my days, this is us moving in this direction and we're leaving behind stuff, right? What? I was so confused. This is the first time I've looked at the map there. Right, we've got to change the speed limit up to 300. So let's push the selector upwards. And let's open the throttle right up now. Headlights aren't very strong. Is there a headlight control somewhere, or is it automatic? I noticed how it switched from tail lights to forward lights on its own. So I wonder whether the lighting system is automatic here. Do have a backup brake here as well. Alright, we're heading outside anyway. I don't have any of the safety systems on now. Driving with the safety systems would be something that I want to try, but yeah, I'm not entirely too sure how to switch them on this loco. And if we stand up, we're not going to trigger anything. So what have we got here? We've got a doorway. We've got a panel here with various gauges. None of this seems to do anything. Oh, there we go. It'd help if we open the thing. Do any of these switches... So auxiliary power. So that's obviously like a backup battery thing. So there's the... I think that's the safety thing. Battery... Yeah. 2 batteries by the looks of things. Compressor, normal. So not a great deal modelled there. But my bad on not knowing that that is the way to get to the circuitry. Right. Been a while. Right. We are up to 220 kilometres here as we are flying off down the track. So the thing about this game is there's not a great deal of danger, is there? I mean, let's face it. You've got the option of looking outside quite a lot and really admiring things, although I do have to say, guys, I mean, it's an older route, this one. The motion blur, I usually switch it off. It's absolutely horrible, that. Absolutely horrible. And it has been for some time. If we get really close to this, you'll see. I don't know whether I even can, because we're... Oh, there you go. There's a really good view of how bad the motion blur is on this game, still. And bear in mind, guys, I haven't changed any of the graphical settings. This is just the standard stuff. We're playing on PC. I've played this game quite a lot on... Started off on PlayStation 4. And... it was alright. I mean, it wasn't brilliant. It's always had this draw distance thing that really bugs me. I mean, look there. You can see it. That's how far in front shadow draw distance is spawning in. And that's been a factor since the very first Train Sim World. I feel like I'm on my high horse. I feel like I'm on a preaching soapbox here. but this is something that I mention every time I play this game because it drives me nuts. You see the train here is now leveled off at 300. The limit's actually 320 here, so I'm going to push it up a bit higher. And you see now she's starting to gain more speed again. So that's the cruise control coming into effect. Doesn't tend to work so well with the brakes. Because this loco's got what's effectively engine braking. It's kind of like a dynamic brake, really, in that you can reverse, you can use the power handle to apply some braking power, but you also want to be using the train brake as well, because obviously this dynamic brake isn't going to do much, you know, especially when you've got so many carriages as well. So we are cutting through the landscape here, and I will say France does look very beautiful in this game, I think. So let's look beyond the foreground and take a look into the background, and you'll see there it does look nice. I mean, I don't understand why there's so many pieces of track that just suddenly come to an end. That's what I was going to say on the map. So we are cutting along here. Can we move? Oh yeah, we can move the map. So if I was to go back there, we cut in there, but there was a piece of track going off to the side for absolutely no reason whatsoever. We are flying along here, to be fair. Zoom out a bit. But there's certain bits of track that just sort of end. It's poor, really, that. I mean, when are they going to actually model something fully and not just a route, you know what I mean? Like, have parts of a route only. Like, when are we going to get like a full portion of the world detailed, even if it was on a smaller scale? I mean, I'm obviously comparing this with the likes of Derailed Valley now, and even Euro Truck, which is an ancient game now, really, isn't it? Euro Truck 2. But what I would say, guys, is I don't know what interest there is in this game for me personally anymore. Like, I'm covering it now because I really want to just enjoy driving this route. And yeah, we sat back. I've got a cup of coffee here, and we're rocketing along. But yeah, I mean, what is the overall purpose of what we're doing here? Are we simulating being a train driver? Because I guess on this route it's quite I guess it is fairly realistic, because you would just be literally obviously maintaining your speed, watching for speed limit changes, watching for signals and the likes. But what about more of the nitty-gritty stuff? So I think what I would like to do sometime as well is to park one of these locos in the yard, because there's a timetable option to do that. It can be quite tricky, and something which is it's challenging, to be honest with you, to know what all the controls do and stuff. But I think that could be quite fun. I also like playing the timetable mode, where you can actually move a loco from the yard to the station, pick up passengers, and then drive. So you can do that on like the southeastern route, which I think is a good one. I think you can do it on most routes, to be fair, but I think that would be pretty cool to do, to cover in a video. So maybe we'll do some of that, and I think I've talked about this quite a bit in the past as well. It's just there's that many good simulation games. I can't afford so much time, and I think at one point I just gave up completely on covering this one. But yeah, if you purchased Train Sim World 6, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Let me know what your favourite route is. The American one looks pretty cool. The British one looks good. It's just a shame they've got the Class 220 locked behind either the Deluxe or Premium Edition, I think it's called. But yeah, we are maintaining 320 kilometers here, nice and easily, to be fair, cutting through the landscape. You can see the distance to Aix-en-Provence dropping rather quickly as we're cutting through the kilometers without any real problem. We're easing off on speed there a tiny bit, despite being flat out, because we are heading quite severely uphill here. See over here it says 3.5%. So we are dropping speed a little bit, although once we start to level out, which we're starting to do, we should see, you can actually see the land as well, which is really nice. I'm pretty sure, now that I think about it, I may have a previous video driving this same route, and I'm pretty sure I said the same thing. On this route you can actually see the lay of the land. See how we went up and then we went down, and now we're going up again. You can actually see that modelled. So we've got a 320 limit again here, it's flashing. Again, we're sort of cresting. Power's knocked off, and down to 300 is our next speed limit. So let's ease back on the power. Hold on, let me just switch. I'm going to drop this, and as you can see, that's having no effect. So our engine brake is on max. It's not doing anything there. We're actually increasing speed just to show you that. So I'm going to ease back on the train brake, but quite a lot on. See the train brake's now kicking in. So I'm going to knock it off a bit. So it's an what's the word? It's non-self-lapping, so it's the same as the Class 66 brake. So I'll just ease that engine brake off. We are slightly downhill, so we could do with gaining a little bit more speed. Actually, we're quite a bit under the speed limit. So we lost quite a lot of speed there. It's a bit tricky. I used to be much better at maintaining speed through there than what I am now. So we are uphill. Let's put power on. So we are aiming to arrive on time. See the track's levelling out now. And uphill a little bit again. So this is where the challenge comes in with this route. It can be quite hilly, but that's the joy of it, really. 16 kilometers to our stop, uphill still, full throttle, brakes fully released, should be anyway. It does actually say it is there, so. See, she's struggling a tiny bit. Quite a climb here now. See, that view doesn't really show you the length of the train. You only see it from like there, really. So there we go, we're at 300 and we are going downhill again here. Can actually operate the brakes from the keyboard as well. Just doesn't really want to slow down. You could do with both, really. Yeah, try and hold her around about 300. Again, it's just reminding us 300 limit. Oh, I've put a bit too much brake on. We are heading uphill now. So only 8.6 kilometres now, and you see it's counting down in 0.1 at a time. Yeah, I mean, we're going nearly 300 kilometres and we've got 7 kilometres to go. Dropping to 270 next. Okay, I'm going to start bringing the brakes in a bit. $230. Just set that. Okay, I'm going to bring it down to 230 and hold it there for a small amount of time. As you see, we're cutting through the distance. Got a tiny bit of a train brake on still, which will ease off a tiny bit. Don't want to be slowing down too much. Power handle is off. We are heading uphill, so that's going to act in our favour. So I'll just release the brake. Still going about 200 kilometres here, 210. Coming down. $170. It's now suggesting. Well, it's not suggesting. Sorry, it's telling us. So we do have a red signal coming up. That's going to be at the station, I believe. So we're now within 2 kilometres, so I'm going to start putting some more brake on here. We are actually slightly late there, but it's me talking more than anything. Got an 80 limit, or zero limit it is. Just my glasses. We are actually coming into the station now with 1 kilometre to go, just directly ahead of us. So we're slightly behind. I wonder whether we can make up that time on the next stretch. There's only 2 stops for this route, this timetable. So this stop here, and then we're going to need to do a power change next before we hit our final stop. Which is Marseille there. St. Charles. Alright, I don't want to be stopping just yet. Pressing all the wrong keys because I've been playing Derail Valley. Alright, let's pull it forward a bit. Stopped a little bit short there. But yeah, this is the joy of YouTube, man. You've just got to go with it, you know? Like, busy talking and things are going awry. So we use the dynamic brake here just to give us a nice gentle stop. And that should be about it. Alright, we'll get the doors open. There they are. So they've opened. Let's see if we can see things a little bit better on foot. Let's hop down. Just about in place. Oh, we are rolling backwards there. Why? Ah, it's because we don't have train brake on. Not emergency. Okay, not too sure what all those noises are, and I wish we hadn't been rolling back there. But yeah, we're loading up now, so people are hopping on and moving, reversing train. So lots of safety there. Got a little map there to add in, so that's done. Wow, we went up quite a few levels there. I don't know what's happened to my levelling. I thought emptying the bins was a thing as well, but maybe not. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my Dovetail account. Haven't used it for ages. In fact, I think I've got more than one. So I think when it comes to Dovetail, I've had different accounts on different systems. My original PlayStation account, I think, is the main one, but I've also played on Xbox. And, what are we doing? Right, let's get the door closed. Let's get back where we belong. Get these doors locked like that. I think. Did that do anything? So that's open. So I'm locking the door with the keyboard. Has that done anything? Oh, there we go. Right, so we've got a speed limit of 170. That's set. We'll release the brake. Hopefully it'll let us go without having to reset something after doing the emergency brake by accident. Looks like it is. Get a bit of power on. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, she is moving. Bit more. It's almost like she doesn't really accelerate that much until you're up to full speed, full power, sorry. But yeah, car park's nicely modelled over there. Yeah, there we go, we're moving. Moving quite nicely as well. So our next real location is a power changeover location. And really, I don't think we're that far from our destination, to be honest with you. We've got 6 minutes to get to St. Charles. And I'd be surprised if we do it in that time. But anyway, it's been quite fun doing the route. Alright, 270 limit next, leaves that up. $230. So the power changeover location isn't that far from the station, to be fair, and unlike the Southeastern High Speed London route, you actually, where you make a stop and then do a power changeover, here you do it on the move. So yeah, it's basically a case of switching from one power configuration to the other. I can't remember if you have to lower the pantograph or not. Right, our next speed limit is 200, so let's ease that back. But there you go, she's actually automatically applying dynamic brake there to bring us down a bit. $160 next. There you go, she's putting more engine braking on for us, which is quite nice. I think it depends how... downhill you're going as to whether that works or not, and how fast you're going. If you're going like 300 kilometers, it probably doesn't work very well. But at these lower speeds, it seems to be working well. So our next speed limit is 160. Which is, we're obviously going to be approaching our destination. So yeah, see how we get on here with this power changeover. I'm going to obviously try to do it as slickly as possible, but if it doesn't exactly go well, you'll have to bear with me. Shame you can't have slightly brighter headlights as well. Alright, so we're just about down to 160. 2 kilometres away from the power changeover. So, yeah, what'll happen is once we run off the end of the LGV line, we'll lose power. We'll need to then switch to the... I can't remember which one it is now. It's one of the ones on here anyway. Might be DC power, DC overhead. I don't think there's a third rail here. I don't think there's a third rail option, so I don't think we'll be lowering the pantograph. I think it's just a case of switching it and rearming the circuit breaker. We're actually going too fast here. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Here we are. Right, power changeover. To continue the journey, this service's power mode must be changed to 1.5 kilovolts, I think that is, DC. So, DC it is. So we can't move that. Do we need to? Okay, the circuit breaker's not doing anything. So let's lower the pantograph. Switch to DC. Raise it again. And then rearm. Is that it? It is armed now. Power handle off. Oh, there we go, it's working. There we go. So we'll set our next speed limit 110, and we've lost our speed indication there. So I would say that's part of the DC power configuration, to not have the speeds come up because you're not going as fast, so you don't have the readout. You can actually just look as a train driver. You can actually just look at the speed limits. All right, 3.6 kilometers, 3.5 to our next stop. We've got a green light. Alright, we're making good progress here. Still have the option of the cruise control, which is quite good. Only 2.9 kilometers to go. We can start really just forgetting about all of this stuff. I'm going to switch to manual mode, and we'll start putting on some brakes. Got a 60 limit coming up. Actually, let's try. Actually, no. You know what? Let's try it. See if she can. Oops, not that one. See if you can handle bringing it down to 60 for us. Wow, that is very nice, actually. So it looks like we're straight in. So tracks going off in different directions, but I mean on the map we don't really have anything apart from where we're going here. Be great to see this route, you know, updated. So we're approaching the 60 kilometer speed limit here, and we haven't quite arrived just yet. So we've just passed it. There's no signage there from what I could see. We've got a 30 next. So we are weaving a little bit. I think we've got the yellow there. So it looks like we're straight ahead for our platform. Shows you though, when we're going slow out, length of our train, it's 2 back to back, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. So 16. 16 passenger cars and obviously 4 units, so that's quite good. Alright, so I'm going to switch to switch the power off. I am going to shut her in manual mode now because I'm going to be coming to a stop here. We are quite a bit late, but you know, to be expected. And we did stop a bit short there, unfortunately. I will put the brakes back on. Usually I like to stop just before the buffer. Got the doors open. I think we had a bit of horn action there, somehow. There we go, we are loading, despite our lateness. Let's hop out and see the station. Yeah, I'm quite impressed. I mean, I am going to actually run one of the older games, like in terms of I can still run Train Sim World 2 and 3 because I own them on the Xbox app, so I can still run them actually. And there was a point in time not so long ago when I couldn't download them anymore for some reason, but I can still actually get them. But yeah, we've got the doors to lock here, and then we can actually complete this route. We'll probably get a silver, I think. Be great if we could get gold. Look at the doors locked. There we go. Let's see what we get. Oh, we did get a gold. Oh, that's quite lenient. We were a bit late there, so yeah. I had a blast with that. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I don't know how much more Train Sim World I'll cover on the channel. I've covered loads of it in the past, but it's just with moving on to other, I would dare say, better simulators. It does feel like a bit of a step backwards to do this, to be honest with you. But for those that watched, I hope you enjoyed it. Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what you think. If you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to see more videos like this and other games that I cover, then please do hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell to be notified of upcoming videos. Otherwise, guys, please do take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys again soon.